But it's a thought process to me. How your neighbors say, right? I never understood this one-sided conversation. I never understood this, right? People quick to say in the community, I'm minding my business, right? I ain't worried about what somebody else got going on at the end of the day, right? Only to realize at the end of the day, they minded someone else's business once a crime happens. They minded someone else's business when a criminal allows themselves to show up and appear at the end of the day, but they won't go against the community. They won't go against the community when it comes to this type of behavior. But they allow this type of behavior to be the norm of criminals at the end of the day, saying that they're minding their business only to realize they want to watch the drama up close in person. It's a thought process to me. When someone says they're minding their business, someone loves drama at the end of the day. They can't wait to see that fight right to left. Who's going to win? Only to realize there's a couple actually fighting. That they said they love each other, but at the end of the day, it's so dysfunctional when it comes to domestic violence. And I say that respectfully. Oh, because someone decided to sleep with this person, sleep with that person. Now these females are fighting against each other because of someone's lack of accountability at the end of the day. They didn't know how to respect themselves to treat someone right. Because they had malicious intentions. It really be the thought process to me. Oh, you thought it was all fun and games for someone to actually fight for you at the end of the day? Home to realize you didn't even want nobody? All you was doing was projecting spell work on an innocent person, only realized you felt short that day when it came to your attention span? Because you said you was the real one only for only for the mask to fall off at the end of the day. Ain't nothing real was about you because you don't have people fighting for you at the end of the day. That you saying that you respect. That you saying that you love and you care about at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. Because why would you want your queen, your king out here fighting somebody to make them jealous at the end of the day? It's not a pay-per-view show. How you saying here manipulating somebody, saying that you love somebody, only to realize you keep shortchanging them when it comes to communication because you disloyal. You don't know how to respect nobody. You trying to run game at the end of the day only for you to realize you had a low intention span when it came to being real because ain't nothing real was about you at the end of the day. Playing with spoke in a toxic way. Oh, you never turn back to something that actually works. Only to realize at the end of the day things will never be the same in your book. And I say that respectfully because now you're asking for forgiveness because at the end of the day, you was bothering a child of God, let alone a chosen one. Allow them to come out of character at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully because the chosen one at the end of the day is supposed to be treated with respect, love unconditionally in a healthy way, not to shortchange them when it comes to communication, never take their kindness for weakness to manipulate their character, or let alone never put them in secret competition with somebody. What's your issue? Why is this the norm? You ever walked outside, was just minding your business, and you see an episode within an episode, couples fighting? Domestic violence is so real. Everybody's able to show up, right? But nobody's able to stop it. I'm minding my business, but you're able to watch it. Why is this the norm? Why does a gun have to be drawn? I say that respectfully. Dang, I said it. Why does something have to be drawn at the end of the day? To hit an innocent person that was minding their business with your malicious intentions because you didn't have self-control that day. This type of stuff happens every single day. Because, people get out of character, out of control at the end of the day when they say they love somebody. Oh, nah, you ain't walking away with mine. Oh, no, you not. What? It's the type of stuff that happens every single day when you least expect it in someone's household, when it comes to trauma and pain. Someone didn't know how to treat somebody right when it came to respect, only to realize, dang, that wasn't the norm. That wasn't healthy. That wasn't love. Someone putting me in competition with the next person only to realize, dang, I got to find myself to love myself at the end of the day because that's not love. That's someone run a game on me. And I choose myself to better myself, to walk away, to love myself, to recognize, dang, I ain't letting trauma and pain hold me back just because I had mommy and daddy issues. They know how to show up for me. Let alone they shortchanged me. And I had to go within to love myself, to recognize at the end of the day, things will never be the same. The energy is different. Because not everybody's the same. When it comes to self-control. Imagine being in a relationship with somebody at the end of the day, only for them to have a hand problem. And they don't know how to act. And you want to bring someone else into the picture to antagonize them, and then you know that's the issue right there. And all you do is sit back and just watch and laugh at the end of the day like it was the norm. Because that turned you on. That was so unhealthy, dysfunctional, unhealthy behavior at the end of the day. That's how you was showing up to the community, letting it be the norm. And it wasn't because of your pain. Why is it the norm of the norm at the end of the day? For someone to come out their comfort zone, to be judged by, just to be judged because of how they look, how they shoot differently, and they know how to love themselves to stay in their own lane. And they wasn't trying to project trauma and pain on nobody. But then an innocent person comes to attack them when they was minding their business. What a reaction. It was so unhealthy, so dysfunctional, only to realize, dang, who's going to protect that innocent person today? It really be the thought process to me. Why should it have to wait until it's you or your child at the end of the day for you to show up and say this is not right and things need to change? I say that respectfully. We shouldn't have to kick our neighbor down, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, regardless of our trauma and our pain. I say that respectfully, but everybody doesn't move accordingly. But I know how to respect my neighbor, but my neighbor don't know how to respect me. You know, peace and respect, so respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. It should be in existence. It should be real, a reality, you know, that God allow us to see, that we don't have to go against each other because of trauma and pain or dysfunctional behavior became the norm. It didn't have to be your household, but you thought it was the norm because of what you saw, only to realize that wasn't the norm. And they was guiding you wrong. The energy hit different. This is not cool. It don't matter about your sexual orientation, your disability, your culture, your religion, or your age. And I say that respectfully. When is this going to stop being the norm? Kicking each other down. Someone shows up for themselves differently at the end of the day, something that you're not used to, somebody being themselves without wearing a mask to gaslight you, but you just a book bonds cover that day, so you got malicious intention to have secret competition with somebody because they're different at the end of the day. God created us differently, but the devil does work in mysterious ways to throw you off track, to psych you out your thought process. Oh yeah, the devil dress up's real nice at the end of the day, so you got to protect your energy, and I say that respectfully because we are all not the same. You'll be so surprised who the devil is at the end of the day, and I say that respectfully. You could be sleeping with them when you least expect it. You could be entertaining them when you least expect it, because God works in a mysterious way to protect you, to show you at the end of the day who's your worst enemy when you least expect it to go within. The energy is different. That's why self-awareness is very important. If you can respect yourself, you can respect your neighbor. But at the same time, too, dang, neighbor, what was your issue that day? Trying to kick me down because you judged the book by its cover because you couldn't go within and have self-control? That wasn't my issue when you projected on me that day. It really be the thought process of me. We are all not the same. Like I said, my content is not for everybody, and that's okay. But stop the violence. Stop the violence. You're not real because you pick up a weapon. You're not real because you disrespect somebody. That's not being real. You could hide your hands to play victim at the end of the day, but God saw what you was doing because you called judgment on yourself that day. Playing with spell work in a toxic way to make someone dysfunctional. Playing with spell work in a toxic way so you won't allow someone to see their work because you thought you had control, because you thought your controlling issues were going to control the narrative of God's showing up for that child of God that day. Only to realize you can't take their anointings. Secret competition, that stuff is real. When you least expect it, when the mask falls off, they show who they truly are with their malicious intentions. That's why you got to protect your energy at the end of the day. Because people will gaslight you to manipulate you at the end of the day, only to realize, dang, they really fell short that day when it came to you. Yeah, we are all not the same. It's a thought process for me. I ain't got to kick my neighbor down. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, regardless of my culture, my religion, my sexual orientation, or my disability. It's a thought process for me. Stop the violence. It shouldn't have to wait till it's your household for it to make sense, for it to stop. You know, scream, justice, justice, we need justice. Nah. What happened is stopping it now. It's a thought process to me. Like I said, my content is not for everybody, but God works in mysterious ways. Now, genuine love, respect. Have a good day.